Today we're going to be taking a look at Earthrise Lynx. I'm just going to begin this by saying right off the bat, this guy is beautiful. He is big. He is impressive looking. He looks great. I mean, I don't know how many times I can say that without explaining it over and over and over and over again. He does have some flaws though. As you can see, his wing back there is kind of bent down. He's got some quality control issues, and we're going to be talking about that. But first, let's just go ahead and take a look at him. As you can see, he is quite big. He is too big that my little table here can't fit him into screen shot at the same time without you showing my entire messy bedroom. He towers above pretty much everything as far as width goes. I'm going to show you real quick right here with the Encore Lynx from Generation 1, and you can just kind of see he is bigger. Let's go ahead and turn him sideways here. Again, can't get both of them in the shot at once, but yeah, you know, he's massive. Now this one, of course, the shuttle mode is a little bit bigger, like width-wise, but it makes up for it. When I picked it up, I was shocked by how small the box was. And then when I took it out, I was actually very well impressed. This thing condenses down nicely. And it looks great in every mode that it comes in, because, let's face it, it's Lynx. So we're going to go ahead and separate. We'll do the top part first. It's the easy part. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, drop it off. As you can see, he forms a giant chicken monster. Legs come out. There are some really good ratchet joints. He does not like standing. You have to kind of maneuver the legs so that you can get him out there. Push him back just a little bit. I have him spread eagling. You can maneuver the legs a little bit more, give him more of a chicken walk look. But what the hell is my camera doing? But regardless, in this mode, he doesn't really like to stand. But as you can see, he's got that nice sculpted mouth. He's got wings. They have molded on feathers. He's got the tail. He looks fantastic. Now, there are quality control issues, like I mentioned. This wing here, this peg that holds this one on, yeah, not so well. It just falls. On top of that, this wing pops off with the slightest touch. And it annoys me. Granted, it can create some cool battle effects, but Lynx isn't going to get messed up in battle. He's too magnificent. Alright, let's go ahead and get him into shuttle mode. Come back down here, pull these in. Go right into there. It's easy. What was really cool is, like most people my age who collect Transformers, you try to transform them without ever using the instructions. And he follows the original one very well as far as a transformation scheme. This is different. This goes to the left instead of the right, but it still works. But all they did was really update the original toy, and it works really, really well. Come on. Instead of it being on a slide hinge, it folds in. Then come back here, shut that, stick that up. Head. Whoop. Sorry about that. Sometimes gravity gets in the way. The head is on the classic sliding joint, just like the original. Folds in nicely there. The wings are kind of neat. They don't really tab in that well, but they do tab in. You take this part here, you fold it in, you fold it down, and then you just got to kind of manipulate this so it looks nice. And again, doing it through the camera doesn't always work. But as you can see here, this tab on his foot tabs into the wing, kind of. And as I told you, with the quality control issues, this wing falls off at the slightest touch, which is really annoying. And honestly, it's going to knock some stars off for this review, because come on, Hasbro. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and fold him back here, because it's hard to do that from a distance. But here we go. We have the shuttle mode. It is beautiful. It is officially licensed by NASA. It has a name. It is Magnificence, which has two meanings. First off, Sky Lynx is a magnificent beast. Second meaning is a reference to a MacGuffin in the IDW universe. He does have some wheels, so you can roll him. I just have to pop him out. But he does have landing gear. He's got one here. He's got one here. And here. Let's go ahead and adjust the shot. And as you can see, he rolls. But you're not really surprised by that, are you? Again, magnificent. It looks great. It looks like a space shuttle despite the quality control with that wing. And it's only that wing for me with the loose pin and it popping off. The rest of it is fantastic. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and take shuttle down for a minute. And we're going to bring in Lynx mode. Now, Lynx mode, as you can see, I still have it in the shuttle formation to basically turn him into Lynx. You pop that down, you bring his head up, you bring it in, and then he's got the double tails just like the original Sky Lynx, which are tabbed down below. It's Sky Lynx in the Lynx mode. Mouth is really cool. He does head go up and down. This mouth opens up, and just like the bird mode, it has a gun on the tongue. It looks great. He actually comes with weapons, which the original one didn't, and I'm going to take him off because you don't really need him for what I'm doing for the next few minutes here. But you can plug him in different spots. He's got all these different ports on both bird mode and Lynx mode, and even the base mode, which I'll get to. Alright, as far as transforming him goes, you pretty much saw it. Tails fold down, chest piece pops down, head folds in, folds up, and then you manipulate the legs. Trying to remember how to do it. It is a little bit different from the original toy, which makes me happy, because as much as I love what they're doing with, you know, the different masterpiece lines and siege lines here, I do like it when they take the original and just give it more of an updated feel. And I do feel like they're trying to do that with Sky Lynx a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'm going to get him into his vehicle mode, and we'll go from there. Alright, here we have the beginnings of the base mode, and basically what you do is you take that previous mode and you unfold it. These parts swing to the side, and then you flip them upside down. As you can see, it looks kind of like, you know, like a lazy base from the old Generation 1 toys, but it does have cool little features. Now, I do have a quality control issue. This ramp here that folds out, and there's this really cool space where you can actually store some stuff. This piece, whenever you try to turn it, it does pop off. And I'm worried that I'm going to lose it, because every time I look at it, it just kind of falls apart. Even trying to get it back on, as you can see, pieces don't exactly like to line up. There we go. Otherwise, it looks good. Now, it's not done, of course. As you can see, his legs here are missing some parts. I'll put those on in a second. But the real reason I'm doing this is I want to show you just how everything tabs in. Again, these wings do not like to stay tapped. Alright, so on the bottom here, the stressors, you got a triangle effect. You'll see there's a triangle effect. I don't know why I'm saying effect, but basically, you're supposed to take it, supposed to take this, put it off to the side, and line it up, and it's supposed to plug in. It is not a sturdy connection by any means whatsoever. So if you even like look at it wrong, it will fall. You then take this ramp, which is really in there tight, bring it up. There's a second ramp that slides out, and you just basically kind of say, hey, look, it goes up here. Doesn't do anything, but at least goes up there. Then you take these guys and you plug them into the feet. Now the instructions have you do one standing up and one laying down. I like them both laying down because they do look more like weapons that way. So let's go ahead and zoom out so you can get the full shot here. Like I said, not stable. Not stable at all. You know, it's a beautiful toy, and I do like the base mode. I'm probably going to leave it in base mode because I already got the Generation 1 Sky Lynx, but it is not a stable mode by any means. Alright, let's go ahead and fix that. Doesn't matter how well you put it on there, guys. The slightest breeze will knock it off. And right now I only have a fan going on it, and it's already having issues. This wing is awful. Seriously. Quality control, Hasbro. Quality control. All it does is pop off. I don't even have to, like, look at it anymore. It just goes, haha, I'm going to commit suicide and jump off. Woohoo! Woohoo! It's a horrible thing to say, I know. But hey. Well, not exactly the nicest person. Alright. So again, plugs in. Not exactly stable. Not exactly lining up. But, and then it's, you know, hey look, it's a shuttle mode, because we say it's a shuttle mode, and this goes up here, it doesn't really connect to anything. Weepee! But let's go ahead and zoom out just a little bit here, so you can see it in its glory. And you can see, it's big. It doesn't tab in well, but it is big. And you can see with some of my chug figures over here, just how well it stacks up. Now, it does have, of course, the features where you can attach the different shields to it. For example, the Optimus Prime shield can tag in, or if you have Soundbreaker, they can tag in. You can also put in a bunch of the smaller bots like Minimus Ambus or the Prime Masters. And it does give it scale, it does make it look a lot bigger and better. Those are in storage right now, although I do see Minimus, so I'll go grab him just to show you. Just to give you some size of scale here, putting Minimus Ambus in there. Let's go ahead and grab Exhaust, whose crotch piece, another issue, as you saw in the previous video. But just to give you some sort of size comparisons here, he's big. And it does look really cool as a base, especially if you have a lot of littler figures. But otherwise, like I said, it's not very stable. It doesn't like to stay attached to anything. The slightest breeze knocks it over, and the wing pops off. Overall, I mean, it's a good-looking toy. If you're a fan of Skylynx or if you like base modes, get it. But just be aware there are quality control issues. And they are enough that it gets annoying. The three for me are the wing that will not stay attached, the ramp that pops out, and the fact that he does not like to stay up in this base mode. The slightest touch, and he'll fall over. So, it is what it is. If you're a fan, get it. If not, don't. Just like with all of my reviews, you know, I can't really advocate you buying anything if it's not perfect. And it's not. But it does look cool. So that's it. This is the review for Skylynx. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, make fun of me below, whatever you want to do. But do be aware that I am doing this to help you save yourself some money. Alright, have a great day, folks.